Club up? Yeah, good call. Good call. Oh, good call. Look at this. In the hole. That's perfect.
Hi everyone, Steve here from It's Okay Foundation. This evening we're out at Pakenham Highland Golf Club and we're going to be doing a 9-hole best ball scramble. We're going to have some fun on this beautiful evening, and I'd like to introduce our very first guest to this series, Chris Tymofichuk. Hello, Chris.
Steve, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to swinging some clubs and chatting tonight.
Excellent. So our goal tonight is to break even or better amongst the two of us. I think that is highly ambitious.
It's always good to set a good goal.
Yeah, that is the goal for tonight. And well, let's get started.
Lovely ball. Setting up nicely.
So we're just teed off on number 1. I'm here with Chris. Chris, known you for almost, God, we've got to get close to 25 to 30 years now.
Yeah, it's been a long haul. Seen kids and marriages, friends, and
weddings,
divorces,
and more weddings, and more weddings.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of everything. Come on, push.
Uh-oh, hard to start. 9 of those and goal. So Chris, you are one of the only people that I have been around when they got a hole-in-one. And the reason I say around is because when you got your hole-in-one, I was in the group in front of you.
Yeah, I remember it well.
So how long was the hole?
It was 164 yards. It was par 3, Bateau Creek, just north of Collingwood. Not that I remember any of the details.
So 164 yards. So probably, I'm guessing, a 7 iron.
Yeah, for most people, I used the standard 5-wood. And it was a banana hook shot to the left. Yeah. And it curled back, and I can remember it landed probably 50 feet from the hole, and it started rolling. And Kevin, who was with us, kind of said, "Oh, it's going in the hole," and it just rolled, and all of a sudden, from a distance, the white disappeared. And that's when we sort of cheered. We didn't really know if it was in, and you guys came back ahead of us, and some celebrated, and some were very mad that it delayed their tee off, and they had to go, but. One of those things I will always remember, and I called my dad right after that and said, "Hey, I got a hole-in-one." And he's the one that started me golfing, so it's a day and a shot I will never forget.
Yeah, I won't forget it either. It was 164 yard 5-wood.
That was it.
Yeah, textbook.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
I didn't hit it.
Okay,
all right.
Well, we'll have to earn it back next hole.
1 over after 2. This is a tough par 3. So you just came off of a Guinness Book of World Records quest.
Yes.
Give us a quick rundown of what it was and how it played out.
So the record I was trying to beat was fastest visit to all 9 CFL stadiums, Canadian Football League stadiums, to see a game. Last year, Bobby Dubois, a BC Lions fan in Vancouver, set the record. And when I saw him do it, I thought, it's a really cool idea. You get to travel across the country, you get to see CFL football games. So when the schedule came out this year, I found an opportunity in July for 2 weeks and sort of put the logistics together and decided, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to have fun trying to break it, and if we do, great, and if we don't, that's okay too. And we kicked it off in Winnipeg on July 12th, and 15 days later, we wrapped up in Toronto, and there was an overtime to that game, which kind of put the stress on a little bit. But
so
it was
how
all good.
Close were you to not breaking the record?
There were a couple times. I had 3 panic moments.
Okay.
The first was, one of the requirements Guinness says you have to take video at every game in your seat, kickoff to the end of the game, so they know that you're there. And my camera stopped working on my phone. Luckily, the people in the stands, they're all like, "What do you need? We'll take video here, use our phone," right? Like, really, people wanted this to succeed, and it was really nice to see. Reset the phone, it ended up working, so that was okay. And then panic moment 2, another requirement is Guinness requires you to carry a GPS so that they know
Okay.
they can follow you.
Yeah.
They know exactly where you are. Are you in the stadium at the time of the game? And I was in Calgary coming back out east, and lack of sleep, sitting in the terminal, put the GPS down on the seat next to me, and they called the zone, got on the plane, put my seatbelt on, didn't have the GPS. Like, that was panic. So I rush off the plane through all the oncoming passengers. The flight attendant says, "Where are you going?" I said, "Don't worry, if the plane leaves, I'll take another one." Get off.
Okay.
It's not there. I quickly scramble. The boarding gate agents had it. Some angelic, wonderful passenger found it and turned it in to the gate. Otherwise, that was the end of the attempt right there, because I would have lost.
And how
it.
when in the your
That was
your-
after Game 6 in
So
Calgary.
basically almost just over halfway through.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and panic number 3 was the car breaking down between Ottawa and Montreal. Had to get a taxi.
And that was going to your last game, second last game.
It was Game 7 going to
Okay.
Montreal,
Okay.
and thought I had plenty of time. And the car died, and we sort of abandoned it. We grabbed a taxi, and we had the driver, Crazy Andy, race us to Rigaud, Quebec, where they had a car rental agency, and we got the car. And then we hit Montreal summertime traffic, and it was even worse because the highways were closed. And there was a moment where I actually said, this attempt is over. Like, Google was saying it's going to take 46 minutes to get to the stadium. It was an hour before kickoff. I said, there's just no way we're going to make this happen. And then the traffic just started moving. We raced downtown, parked, raced to the stadium, and we were in the seats 16 minutes before kickoff. So, through all the adversity and everything, it worked out. Sometimes, good things are only achieved by going through adversity, I say. So that was our little challenge. It's all good in the end.
Thanks to Crazy Andy.
Yeah, that's right.
We're across. Yeah.
Okay, we're over.
We're over. Go.
Same thing.
Win.
Okay, we just need a very good putt.
We do. We haven't had one yet.
No time like the present.
So 9 stadiums. What city has the nicest stadium? The best maybe fan experience? Yeah, like what city's in need of an updated stadium?
Well, I'll do that one quickly. It's Calgary. They got the oldest stadium. It's basically a barn, right? They need to get a new stadium. For the best fan experience, it's right here in Ottawa. It's TD Place. It is such a good social vibe for people. I find there's a lot of people that go to the game that aren't true football fans. They just want to be there because it's a place to be.
Yeah.
Other cities like Hamilton, Edmonton, they're the diehard CFL fans, right? And they go for the game. Ottawa's unique though, and you get a mix of people. And most of the time, people are in the concourse socializing, and the third quarter, you even miss it because you're not in your seat because you're busy.
Or they don't even go to
chatting.
their seat.
No. So it's a really unique thing Ottawa has here. BC's got something special with the new ownership. They've got Grey Cup this year. They got a good tailgate pregame party. So every city has something a little bit different, but Ottawa's special game time experience for sure.
And your experience with dealing with the fans, like 100%.
The CFL fans are different, right? Think if you go to an NFL game and you wear the opposition colors, you got to be a little cautious. CFL is different like that, right? We love to hate each other's teams, but we love each other as fans. And that's what I found at every city right across the league. It's a special experience.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. We might have a chance. There we go.
Oh, I like the strategy.
Should be on. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
pin high too.
We're putting.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, nice putt.
I think your putt's good too.
Yeah, here's a. There we go. Well, hardest hole on the 9, and we parred it.
Okay.
That's good. Good. This is a Jesus take the wheel moment.
This is a high risk, high reward moment. Oh, lovely shot, Steve. Lovely save.
That went.
That is well done.
That went better than I expected.
That is well done.
We've played 5 holes. We have 4 to go, so we're making the turn, as you would say, on a golf course. So what I'd like to do now is a 1-minute making the turn mental health minute. So it's kind of like a mental health check-in. So sometimes guys have trouble talking about mental health and talking amongst themselves about mental health. But Chris, what do you feel you do to help with your mental health?
I like to make sure that I check in with my family. I still check in with my parents on a regular basis. It's really important to maintain that relationship. Anytime I feel there's negativity or toxicity in relationships, friendships, I address it. I try to address it right away. You're right, it's not easy, especially for men, right? We don't like talking about any trouble that we have, difficulties, but we need to. We need to be able to talk to friends, talk to whoever. But yeah, checking in with family is key for me.
Cool. And you're right. Like I always say, like I golf with the same group of guys, and I can tell you what, I've known them for years, but I can tell you what sets them off on the golf course. I know how to get under their skin. I know how to chirp them. I know who their favorite hockey teams are. But going that next step and just asking, how are you doing? And not just glazing over it and waiting for oh, I'm okay. But actually like, dude, are you, like, what's going on? Like, this is what I'm doing. What are you doing? And it's just that, it's such a hard barrier sometimes to get over.
I would say start the conversation. You may not know how to finish it or get through it, but start it.
Yeah, no, that's important, because I think when people are willing to be a little bit more open and vulnerable when they're not the ones that are, when there's a door that's been opened that they can go through, not they're the ones that are opening it. Cool. Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
I keep getting 128. All right, and we got, like you said, we got some work to do. We're 3 over after
we really
5.
hit the green here.
Yeah. So we're +3. So we want to get back to even par if we can. So we're on the 8th hole. We're a little bit above where we want to be. We were hoping to shoot around even, and we're only +5. A little bit of hiccups.
But finishing strong.
Yeah.
I think we're
So for anybody that's watching, thanks for watching, and thanks for obviously sticking with us on this. But I don't know if we ever talked about like what you usually shoot in golf. Like for myself, I'm usually happy if I'm high 80s, low 90s. What about you?
I'm anywhere 90 to 95. I'm happy. Breaking 90, obviously very happy. Anything over 100, well, I go and I have a nice quiet time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think I told you I broke 80 for the first time ever. Oh, there you are over there. First time ever this week. I also shot 100 this week.
That's golf, right?
That's
it's a beautiful game. It's a frustrating game, but I always say there's one shot per 18 holes that makes you come back and play another 18.
And do it all over
And
again.
our shot is coming up.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, but it will.
Club up. Yeah, good call. Good call. Oh, good call. Look at this. In the hole. That's perfect.
Oh, did it land behind it and then go in front of it? That's a birdie. So we're obviously going to have all your information at the end of the video about the Guinness Book of World Records and the charity. But if people do want to donate and where you're at with the donations, do you want to give a quick breakdown?
Yeah, they can still donate. The website is childhoodcancerresearch.org. CFL Fans Fighting Cancer. There's a link there. And the fans around the country just been fantastic, generous. It exceeded our expectations, and really it morphed into something much bigger than the record at all. The record became secondary. So kudos to everybody that stepped up and donated to the bucket or donated online.
And we're shooting this video mid-August, and you just told me that this is going to carry right through into Grey Cup, which is the end of November. So there's still some time to donate and raise money for this. And your ultimate goal is?
That's right. We were hoping to raise $40,000. It goes to the Michael Cuccione Foundation, which is childhood cancer research in Vancouver, which is the host city for Grey Cup. So I think we'll get there, and we may even have to reset the goal at a different time because people have been so good.
It's a good problem to have.
It is. And tell me about your...
Well, what we're trying to do with the It's Okay Foundation is to bring more attention to men's mental health. And like we said earlier, it's something that a lot of people have trouble talking about. and there's a bit of a stigma out there, and men don't like to really talk about their emotions, and you hear a lot of unfortunate stories that people may got into a situation and they weren't able to get out of it, and a lot of times it just comes from a conversation that they have with a friend, a family member, a professional. But sometimes like the most beneficial and altering things can happen from a conversation. We're just trying to spark conversations, and by doing stuff like this, these videos, we're trying to keep it light and entertaining with a bit of an underlying message about men's mental health, and that's kind of what we're trying to do.
I hope it's been good. I think there's been lots of laughs. I think people watching are going to have a few laughs.
Yeah.
So yeah, to keep it light, I think is the right way to do it, and best of luck in the future.
Well, thanks, and thanks for coming out and being our guinea pig for our first episode.
Anytime.
And we'll bring you back for the 100th episode.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, at Pebble Beach.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Good thing you clubbed down. Perfect. Perfect shot, Steven.
Perfect.
Perfect.
260, 200.
Yeah, you would have needed 250 carry to get to the green. All right.
I believed
There we
in
go.
you.
Birdie to finish. All right, cool.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me out. This was good.
Yeah, so we ended up with, we birdied the last 2 holes.
Yeah.
So we were able to get it back down to +3 to
Just
finish.
starting to heat up at the right time.
Yeah, if the sun stayed up, we played another 9, we could get under par.
Yeah.
But thanks to Chris for coming out for our first episode here. All of his information will be below about donating to his cause, the Guinness Book of World Records, and appreciate everyone watching, and thanks to Chris for coming out.
Yeah, good luck on the next one.
Thanks.
A lot of fun.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.